So I was thinking of to show you the new makeup that is out at Sephora. If you are a Sephora shopper like I am, I always like to see what's new out there. As usual, I'm going to move here so I can put some pictures of the products I'm talking about right here. And I do have them on my phone, so that's why I'll be looking down here. But let's start with the first one, and the first one is by Makeup Forever, and this is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Essentials palette. And I have the one that it's light to medium right here. So I'm talking about this one. And this retails for 119 Canadian. Now, I love this palette. This comes with, let me open it up. We have 6 complexion shades. We have 4 blushes, 2 highlighters. So this is a palette made to be used all over the face. So you can use this as foundation and concealer right here. We have a couple shades here to contour and to bronze. And then of course we have the beautiful blush shades and the highlighter. So this palette actually has everything in one. You don't need anything else but this unless you want to use some powder product for your eye, but you can even use this on your eyelids and you're good to go. You can create a full face with this, and I do have a video on creating a full face with this palette. I love this that it has, the shades have a really nice creamy texture, and each shade makes customization and application easy. So like I said, you can customize your own blush by either using these two together or this two together, or even all shades together. Same with the bronzer. I love that about this palette, that every time you can come up with a new shade on your face for bronzer and blush. So that's really good about it. Yeah, it's very easy. It's a very easy to use cream palette. Now, is it worth $119? It's expensive if you think about it, $119, but also you get everything you want in one palette. I really love it, and I think it's worth it. I don't know if I would buy the one that comes with only the shades. They have a previous one, because you can really, you just use it as bronzer and probably foundation and concealer, but you don't have the option of blushes like you have here. So I love that this one has everything in one. Okay, let's talk about another product that I have, and this is the Guerlain Météorites. You know how much I love this. Actually, I do love this powder. It works really nice on the face and it really looks beautiful. And this retails for $100. Now, my friend Rach here on YouTube, I'm going to link her channel down below. She actually is the one that told me that you can buy this at Shoppers Drug Mart for, I think they are $70. I actually had my husband place an order online to get shade number 4. This is number 2, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I know some people have asked me about this. They are these balls that you can just swivel your brush in it and then apply your powder all over the face. This is in the shade 02, so I use it as a powder. You can buy the lighter shade, you can use it as a highlighter. You can buy the deepest shades, 2 more shades, 3 and 4. You can use them as blush and bronzer. My husband placed an order, and you can see I got it, but all the balls, I mean not all the balls, most of the meteorites were crushed and broken. That's how it came from the warehouse, from Shoppers. It's nobody's fault, but I had to return them because even for $70, that's quite expensive to keep. I wanted that as a bronzer, so I wanted to have another one. The packaging, you can see, it was exactly like the 002, so, I mean not 002 cool. So I didn't like that, because if I have them on my desk, then I can't tell which one is the darker shade, which one is the lighter shade. I would have preferred the packaging to be a different color or maybe deeper shades than what it was. But yeah, that was funny. Most of them were crushed. I had to return it, which I did, and instead I bought something else, and I'm going to talk about it in a different video, but wait. This is on a side note. I bought the Chanel bronzer. This is the one that's the Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed powder in the shade Light Coral, and this was $115, but because I had $50 in money points from Shoppers, I used that, and I bought it at the same price as this would have been at Shoppers for $70. So yeah, this was a side note. This is going to come up in a future video. But yeah, so if you're interested in the Guerlain Météorites, they come into 4 shades. and it's like one of a kind handmade finishing pearls of powder that sets your makeup, it color corrects, it mattifies shine, illuminates the complexion, housed in a luxury reusable case. I love that this is reusable, so once I'm done I can use this to store whatever I want because it's so pretty, or put it in the background. It's gonna look so nice. It says that the pearls of powder guarantees a complexion set for up to 12 hours, which is good. It improves your foundation wear. They're beautiful. I love it. I'm gonna use it. I did unfortunately spend the $100 on this because I bought this during the Sephora sale, so I saved some money there. But yeah, if I would have known I can buy it for $70 at Shoppers, I would have. I suggest go in stores at Shoppers if you're in Canada instead of ordering online, just so that you don't go through the hassle of having to return if the pearls are crushed. This is expensive. I would not keep it even if one pearl would be crushed. I would definitely return it because it's a lot of money. So I felt bad, but you know what? It's my money and I want to have a perfect product if I spend so much money on a luxury product. So again, it's not the company's fault. It's probably having to go through the post office. So maybe that's why. So that's why I suggest with this pearls, Météorites, be a little bit more careful and maybe just get them from in-store. Okay, too much time we spent on that. Let's move on to the next product, and it's by Bobbi Brown. I love Bobbi Brown. So I have so many shadow sticks, but this product I'm going to talk about that it's new at Sephora is the Longwear Cream Eyeliner Stick. They're out of stock. It came into 5 shades, retails for $46, similar to the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow stick. Now, it's a very interesting concept. It's a waterproof cream eyeliner with up to 24 hours of wear that features a fine tip design for effortlessly eyeliner looks, from sleeky, defined, soft, and smoky. It's long wearing, it's waterproof and transfer resistant. Definitely the same as the eyeshadow sticks. Level up every eyeliner look. The formula is waterproof and offers up to 24 hours of non-creasing, non-flaking, non-smudging. Will I get this? Probably not, because I already have all the shades. So if you have the cream eyeshadow sticks, I don't think you need to get this because this just comes into an eyeliner type of form. But you know what? I can use Bark, which is the darker shade I have. Yes, it's more of a rounded stick. It's not that pointy as this one right here. But you know what? You can easily use this as an eyeliner. You can use a brush and just dip it in and create nice eyeliners. I've done that. Same formula. It's definitely waterproof. I know this works. Smudge proof, sweat proof. I love them. That's why I have 6 shades. I have so many videos on this because every time I pick up a shade, you know, I like to show you how it looks and how it wears. But these are all of the beautiful shades I have, and they're just so pretty. Look at those. They're perfect, neutral, and wearable shades. You can create so many fun looks all over the eye. So I say that if you already have the eyeshadow sticks, you don't need this. But if you want to try one, I suggest $46. At least if you would have been more cheaper than this is $46 too. I would just go for the shadow sticks because the shadow sticks you can use as an eyeshadow and as an eyeliner. And this ones you can just use as eyeliners. So I would go for this one if I were to purchase one from Bobbi Brown. Or if you already have this, I don't think you need this. But again, it's new at Sephora, caught my eye. Speaking of Bobbi Brown, again, the same sticks I'm going to talk about. She came out with a new shade, which I'm so interested in. Hold on. Which one is it? Yeah, this is in the shade Bronze, warm bronze that's out of stock. And I want to try this because I love the shade. These are the best-selling cream eyeshadow sticks that glides on with ease and last up to 24 hours. You can prime, define, or highlight with buildable shadow shades and 3 finishes to complement all skin tones, eye shapes, and looks. I think they have a shimmer finish, a matte, and a glittery one, or yeah, I don't know what they're called. Anyways, you can see on the Sephora website, there's 3 types of finishes. I have mattes, I have a multi-chrome, which is the moonstone, and then I have some shimmery ones, which is forest and, is it espresso? Yeah, Forest and Espresso. So again, this is just the same shadow stick, but in a new shade that she came out with, and it's out of stock. It's in the shade Bronze. So interested in that because I know how much I love them. I love to own a lot of the shades because they're so easy to travel with and create so many fun looks, and they're so blendable and you can use your fingers. You don't even need brushes. I just love them. Okay, let's move on to a different brand, and I'm going to talk about Nars. And Nars has a new talc-free powder blush. Talc. I think it's talc-free. This is the Fan Fave Pressed Powder Blush. This retails for $46, same as the eyeshadow sticks by Bobbi Brown. And now it's in an upgraded talc-free formula that lasts for up to 16 hours. Okay, so that means that the one that I have is not talc-free. It's featuring true color payoff with a comfortable, weightless feel. It has natural derived and mineral-based pigments to deliver true color payoff and ensure a high impact effect on your face, pearlescent pigments, and then superfine micronized pigments, which provide an irresistibly silky and blendable application. Lasts for up to 16 hours. So I guess it's the same blush that we know. However, the difference is that now it is talc-free, which makes me think, I guess the other one maybe is not talc-free. I wonder if I should get rid of it or not, but yeah. So the only difference is that it's talc-free, but again, it's the same Nars blushes that they've always had, and it retails for $46. So yeah, that's another new thing at Sephora. Now, here's another new thing. I thought I had this. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I have this. So what's different about this? Very interesting. Okay, I'm talking about the Sephora Collection Microsmooth Multitasking Baked Face. Oh, it's a powder foundation. Very similar to what I have here. This is just a powder. That's the difference. Okay. This is in the shade Light that I have. So it looks exactly like this, but apparently it's a powder foundation. Retails for $27. I have dry skin, but for anyone who's oily or maybe even for dry skin, I don't know if this is good for dry skin. It's a powder foundation and it's only $27 Canadian, of course. This is a baked finishing powder with weightless buildable coverage to instantly blur imperfections and even skin tone. The coverage is light. It's a powder formula. It can be worn alone as a light buildable foundation, or you can apply it on top of liquid complexion products to brighten, contour, bronze, and then finish your makeup look to perfection. You know what I would like? Actually, speaking of contouring, maybe one of the deeper shades it would be nice to have just to use it as a bronzer instead of a foundation if you have dry skin. And it's $27. That's not bad. So maybe I will think about purchasing one of this just to use it as a bronzer. That would be a good idea. So yeah, that's by Sephora Collection. Now, this is a super new product. This is by SAIE. And this is the Dew Bronze Soft Focus Effortless Liquid Bronzer. It looks exactly like the blush. You can see this is the blush I have. Retails for $35. The blush I have is in the shade Baby. But this one comes into 6 shades and it's a lightweight, buildable liquid cream bronzer that blends seamlessly into the skin for a defined bronze with a dewy soft focus finish. The finish is natural. Yeah, it's natural formulation liquid. It has good ingredients for your skin. I love that, like the plant-derived glycerin, licorice root extract, and silica, which provides a smooth, soft feel and helps to blur. It's a Dew Bronze sheer formula, which is buildable, blendable, and blurring. It has a chunky doe foot, which is designed for the most foolproof targeted application for both an all-over bronze or a softy sculpted look. I don't know if I'm going to get this. The only reason is because I'm kind of tired of all the cream bronzers and cream blushes. I've bought so many and I've checked my drawers and I just have so many of them. And I started to be more into powdered. I don't know, it feels like the powder ones last a little bit longer. No matter what they say for cream ones that they last all day, they're still cream and they will still eventually fade. You can actually powder them with powder blushes, but I don't think I'm gonna get this one. I love the SAIE Beauty blush, it's beautiful, but I think I'm gonna skip this one. Anyways, I'm bringing it up to your attention in case you're interested. This look interesting, and there's 4 of them, and this is by Danessa Myricks, and this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Lowlighter Soft Glow Highlighter. Why so many names? Why can't we just call it blurring highlighter? Anyways, this retails for $33. I love this shade. This is the shade Unbothered. It's a mauve pink gold, and this is a new generation of tinted light reflecting balm to powder skin transforming illuminators that blur and adds a soft lit from within glow all over the face. Okay, so this is a glowy highlighter. You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of the Haus Labs highlighters that you can use them as blushes as well. Has hyaluronic acid, which hydrates your skin, vegan squalane, which blurs and retains your moisture, and the Absolite, which absorbs excess oil and sweat. So this is a blurring balm powder lowlighter, which is inspired by the Danessa Myricks Beauty's award-winning blurring balm powder Flushed. It has crushed pearl pigments, which boost a natural radiance. So they look like highlighters, but again, you can use them as blushes from the shades that I see. Very interesting, beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna get this. I already have the Haus Labs, which I really love. Now, let's move on to this. So for my brush lovers, Refy came out with a dual-ended complexion brush. I love it. It looks like it retails for $32.50. And it's good for all formulas. It's a dual-ended brush that buffs and blends for a quick and even natural finish. The smaller fluffy brush contains soft, gently rounded fibers, which are designed to buff underneath the eye. So if you want to put powder underneath there, the larger brush is crafted with the same fluffy synthetic fibers, allowing the brush to glide smoothly over your skin. I would use that as probably powder blush and powder bronzer. I do have one by Refy. This is the one that I have, and you can see the bristles are, this is more of a stippling brush, which applies blush very good. And then I have this small one, which is very small and dense. And I think you can use this as a concealer underneath the eyes. Or if you have like a smaller face like I do, you can even like spot conceal or use it for a foundation all over the face. So this one is beautiful. I like it. I don't think I'm gonna get it, even though I want it. I love all dual-ended brushes. And if you buy dual-ended brushes, I had a question, how do you store them? This is how I do it. Okay, so I store mine like this, in a bin like this, and inside my drawer, because that way I don't choose one side and like wreck one side. And I was never a fan of dual-ended brushes because of the reason that I thought I'm always gonna wreck one side. But you know what? I'm a big fan because you can use them in so many ways. My favorite one is this one by Hourglass. I can use this in bronzers and blushes again for powders. They're just so beautiful. Definitely recommend dual-ended brushes. Okay, so let's move on to lipstick. I normally don't talk about lipsticks that much because you can find very affordable ones at the drugstore, similar in formula and shade as high-end. I don't like to spend $50 on a lipstick. I mean, I would love to own them, but I can't afford to spend so much money on a lipstick. And these are by Sephora Collection, and I love the packaging and the formula. This retail for $21, and they are a lacquer lipstick with prismatic shine and long-lasting intense color. So I think it's more like the Dior lip balms, which they give you a nice balmy feeling on the lip with a lipstick type of color. This lipstick contains pigments with unrivaled power to reflect light for maximum prismatic shine. Its balm formula coats your lips with a feeling of hydration for 12 hours, and its high coverage amplifies your lips with a perfectly opaque color. All day long, its formula retains optimal intensity without bleeding into fine lines. This one, it says that it was scientifically measured on 11 volunteers and 12 hours after application. It provides a feeling of hydration for up to 12 hours. So this interests me because I guess it's $21, still expensive, but lipsticks are quite expensive at the drugstore too. So we'll see if I will pick up any. Maybe I'll pick one up and see how it actually lasts on the lips. But the shade I'm interested in is color 01, the Magnetic Wave. I think that nice neutral pink shade would look really good on my lips. Oh, if you're interested, what I'm wearing on my lips now is the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Wonder. I love this shade. So yeah, this looks similar, a little bit more lighter. But yeah, this is another new product at Sephora. And that would be my last one that really caught my eye in the new section of makeup on the Sephora website. I'm sure that they will eventually come out with new stuff and we'll talk about it at that time. But I hope that this was helpful in kind of showing you what's new at Sephora. Again, don't go and buy any of this stuff. You don't need it. But it's just a conversation to have about new makeup that's out there, or if you have been looking for any of these products, just so you know that they're out there at Sephora. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.